Hi, welcome back to another video. And today I will be talking about the first ever polling we got between Mikie Sherrill and Jack for the 2025 New Jersey governor race, where we see Mikie Sherrill with a very commanding lead of over 13 points. Now, this is the first and only poll we've gotten of this race, and this is by Survey USA. They are a D-rated poll. This was conducted between May 28th and May 30th, before the primaries even happened. And of course, there's a 6.1% margin of error, and there's also a 12% of people participating in this poll that remain undecided. And I think that not only are we going to have to wait for even more polling, but also we are going to to see how all the campaigning goes down, and of course see as more and more people become undecided between either Jack or Mikie. So yeah, it's still incredibly early, even after the primaries are finished up and done. And we are going to need some more polling. But I think that as of right now, Mikie Sherrill having this, this big lead in this polling so far is very good for her and her campaign. But I don't think that it automatically, puts it as like she has the momentum right now. I think, like I said, we had to wait for more polling, and there are pollsters that need to do these pollings that are much better than Survey USA. We need to wait for, pollsters like Atlas Intel, which is an A-rated poll, or maybe YouGov, which is a B-rated poll. Fox News has very good polling despite being biased towards the right. So I think that we need to wait for much more polling to come out. And don't think it's over for Jack, because it really isn't. We are very early into this campaign so far. It is only June of 2025, and Jack has a lot of time here to really make up ground. As we talked about before, there have been governor races where it seemed to be over for a Republican candidate, but that just wasn't the case in the final days of campaigning. For example, in the 2021 Virginia governor race, it seemed to be like Terry McAuliffe, right? He had it in the bag. He was leading in the polling. He was doing very well. He was a former governor of the state. And then, in the final days of the polling, Glenn Youngkin came back. He closed that gap in the polling. He overtook Terry McAuliffe, and he won the election by just 2 points. So something like that could easily happen with this election. I would not write Jack off immediately. I think that he definitely has the chance of, probably, maybe pulling off an upset. But like I said, we're too early. Sherrill could, maybe walk away with this, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially with how close the New Jersey governor race was in 2021, when Phil Murphy barely won re-election here, and of course with how close New Jersey was last year between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, where Kamala Harris won New Jersey by just under 6 points here, by 5.9%. This was the best performance for a Republican presidential candidate in years, and Republicans are looking very forward to taking back New Jersey. And I don't think it will probably happen, not with just the governor's stage. I don't think it's going to happen on the Senate stage or the presidential stage anytime. But the best Republicans can do is possibly winning the governor's mansion. And I think with the Republican candidate they have selected, because he was, because he barely lost in 2021, he had a good case to make. He easily won the primaries against his two Republican opponents, and Republicans feel like he is the right guy to win. And I must say, I do believe that is, I do agree with that, because Jack almost won the last time. And if it is anyone that could possibly ride on the Republican momentum that Donald Trump had last year, that could go on to maybe go on into this year, it could be Jack. It could be. But as of right now, he's not doing very well in the polling. Now, there's a 12% of undecided. That can go to either of these candidates. That could go to Mikie. She could expand her lead. Or that can go to Jack. Which, by the way, would put him at 50%. And that would make these polls very, very, very competitive. But as of right now, there's still 12% of people that participate in this poll that have no idea who they wanted to support. Either the Democrat or the Republican. And, the sample size was of 576. And so we still have a lot of more polling to go. Like I said, there is still a lot of time left for Jack to really make a comeback here. Maybe Mikie can expand her lead. We don't know. It is still very, very early in this race, and like I've said, New Jersey is going to be very competitive, both probably on the local stage and on the future presidential stage. Democrats, of course, in 2028, maybe the vibe shift, and Democrats are able to bring New Jersey back into that comfortable margin of what it was back in, 2020 when Biden won it by almost 16 points, or how it was in 2016. Hillary winning it by 14 points. Harris winning it by only 6 points was a massive underperformance for the Democrats. And it was a really bad showing, not just because she lost the swing states, but because she won states she should have easily won, right? Like New York or Virginia or New Jersey or Connecticut. She won states by a very, very low performance than what, in a usual year, a Democrat, if they would have won the election, would have comfortably won by like California margin. But even Harris winning California by 20 points was even still an underperformance, especially if you consider how much Biden won it in 2020. Almost 30 points here. So, yeah, you're really seeing that. And I think that New Jersey, this governor race, is going to be very, very competitive. And I think this year for New Jersey is probably Republicans' best chance at winning this governor race. As of right now, I do not think that I don't think Jack is the favorite. Mikie is clearly the favorite as of right now. But I do think Republicans have a very, very good opportunity here, especially if Trump's approval rating continues to go up here. That they have a very good chance this year to be winning that governor's mansion. And if they do, it will be a huge upset to the Democrats. And it will be something the Democrats will once again have to look at and reflect. But of course, if the Democrats win the New Jersey governor election, it will be because President Trump's approval rating probably got worse. Democrats became more outraged and upset. And it just didn't work out for the Republicans. But only time will tell, and we still need a lot of more polling to come out until, we are sure. Especially we need some better rated polling here other than Survey USA. Like I said, we need Atlas Intel. We need YouGov. We need much more other polling here to really get more of an understanding. And like I said, this undecided vote, as we get closer to the election, it's going to go down. More and more people, as we get closer to Election Day, will start making their decision. So until that happens, and until we get more polling, that is going to be it for today. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.